Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Master of the Fleet. I'm veteran Captain Ken. Firstly, I'd like to apologise for the lack of battle reports we haven't been doing. Life's been pretty busy lately for me with work and for Luke with university exams and assessments. And he probably won't be available for the next couple of weeks because he's flying overseas to meet up with the guys from Intensify Forward Firepower. And I believe they're going to be playing lots of D&D and other stuff. So good luck to them. Okay, this is something different I thought I'd do in the meantime. It's called the Battle Blog. So basically what's happening is tomorrow there's a store champs happening in Penrith at GameTraders. So I thought I'd take you guys along and get to see how I hilariously fly my fleets and how I do. So this is my fleet, and let's have a look. Okay, this is the fleet I'm going to run, 6 ships and 4 squadrons. Let's have a look at the upgrades. So we got an MC-80 battle cruiser with Ramus sensor teams, spinals, quad turbo laser cannons and engine techs. We also have a torpedo frigate with admonition, ordnance experts, Lando Calrissian, assault proton torpedoes and H9 turbo lasers. Alright, GR75 with Slicer Tools and Bright Hope. Another one with Slicer Tools and Quantum Storm. Another one with just Slicer Tools, and the lifeboat is Maydeen. Okay, and 4 Z95s. So this comes in at a total of 388 points. And those are my objectives there. Okay guys, so basically the strategy I'm trying to do here is I'm jumping on board the high activation boat with lots of flotillas, except I'm trying to get my flotillas to be a lot more useful, except for the lifeboat of course, in terms of doing something. So rather than being activation padding, I have them as anti-squadron defense. So with Slicer Tools, I'm hoping to slice carriers so they won't do squadrons and protect my 2 big hitters being the MC-30 and the Liberty. Now with those 2 ships, they're designed to kill other small ships. So basically anything without ECMs. So with all I'm making a meta call here, with all the other flotillas that are out there, I'm hoping to get in early with first player, because I've got 12-point bid, and just be able to score the accuracy and kill things from long range with the Liberty. So here's an example of what I'm trying to roll. MC-80 battlecruiser attacking a flotilla at long range. 4 for the armament, +1 for spinal. Okay. Alright, concentrate fire. And then we're going to use our Ramus token. Okay, now we're going to use sensor teams to spend a dice to change 1 to an accuracy. Now because we have an accuracy there, quad cannons kick in. Alright, so we accuracy the scatter, accuracy the evade. We've got 5 damage on the board, 1 dead flotilla. So that's a pretty deadly combo if I can catch any small ship off guard like that. So the idea is I'll deploy, wherever I ever can, I'll try to deploy the Liberty last, so that way it's facing a small ship target, hopefully a flotilla or a CR-90, and then first turn would be navigate, push forward to speed 3, engine techs, I'll still have the Ramus token banked. On the second turn, I'll be activating first with concentrate fire and a Ramus token with a concentrate fire token from Ramus. Okay, so hopefully from there, if I don't roll any accuracies, I can use sensor teams and quad, so I can guarantee at least 2 accuracies. And that should be enough to kill a flotilla. And we'll see what happens from there. Maybe my opponent will have advanced gunnery or something, and I'll be lucky enough to take 2 shots at 2 ships. So we'll see how that goes. The MC-30 is backup once the Liberty flies past the target, if I haven't killed it, then hopefully the MC-30 can finish it off with H9 turbo lasers and assault proton torpedoes. So basically, the main weakness of this fleet is if I come up against fleets that have lots of medium ships with ECM, so like, I don't know, like triple Guppy Akbar, with ECMs. I know Nick is flying something similar to that. So I'm hoping that I don't face him. And what else? And if I face fleets with a large ship, so I don't think with the 2 ships that I have can go toe to toe with a large ship, and generally even with an activation advantage, basically because the Liberty won't be able to tank a shot from an ISD or anything like that, because from medium range, they'll roll 2. It's pretty easy rolling 2 accuracies, and there goes my brace. So the way I fly the Liberties is like an MC30. Get it in there, fire its shots off, and fly out. So that way it doesn't die. So hopefully this will all work out for tomorrow. What else? Other fleets that I probably won't be able to deal with is really high squadron fleets. So that's where I'm hoping the slicer tools will help me out. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Alright, this is Vet Cap Ken and this is Grand Moff Nick. We're heading into the Store Championships at GameTraders here at Penrith. So let's see how these things go. Oh, the fleet's already here. So I like to call this the fleet display phase. So here's Nick's fleet. Probably the hard counter to my fleet. So I hope I don't verse that.
You're a threat to our safety. Lock.
It's a nice looking fleet there too.
Quick, someone lock the door.
This is Sean's fleet. And Dan rolling his 2 ship fleet. Very ballsy. I think this is engineering Captain Courtney's fleet. Here's my fleet in all its glory. There's everyone else looking at it, conspiring against it, not happy. Courtney's pretty confident. Alright, so my first opponent is Dan, and that's his fleet over there. I've chosen to go first with my 12-point bid versus his bid of nothing, I believe.
No, 10.
Oh, 10?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, oh, cool. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so these are the objectives. I'm definitely going to choose advanced gunnery. Alright, Dan, good luck, mate.
I'm going to need it. 3 slicer tools, what the fuck is this? I don't even have enough ships for you to use it.
Alright, this is what it looks like after deployment. Okay, this is the start of turn 3. I'm playing very cautiously here because he's ran his demolisher away, which I was aiming for in the beginning, so let's see what I can do from here. So this is the beginning of turn 6. Sadly, he's Dan slipped away from my grass. I put 12 damage onto that ISC because his mod he's living on 2. And he's doing the smart move of using his gladiator to prevent himself from flying off the board going at speed 3. So I've also lost 2 flotillas in all my squadrons, so this could end up being a 6-5 his way. Let's see what happens. Alright, moment of truth. I've moved my flotilla, now it's his ISD. Let's go. Speed 3, can you stay on the board?
That will be off. I just move straight. Yeah, if I just move straight, we have to go there. It stops there. It stops there. At the moment, if I do that, there is a slight chance we'll miss him there. So we're going to go straight. Yep, lands on the glad, stays on 2, goes back to 1.
Son of a bitch.
And then goes back there.
Oh, that's so annoying.
And they both take 1 damage.
Alright, so in the end, I've killed nothing. He killed 106 points worth of stuff. I think that's a 7-4. Well done, Dan.
That's alright.
Alright, I got smashed. That's so embarrassing. 2 ships. So 2 ships is still a thing.
It was down to the wire. I mean, speed 3, I nearly went off the board. Man of the match is actually the gladiators over there. It took all his ram damage so it wouldn't fly off.
This thing, unbelievable. I thought I could kill it off, but bloody Monty kept it alive. And then I thought it would fly off the board, but he did Dan's a skillful player, he did the smart move, he blocked it with his own gladiator. So well done, mate, well done.
Not much of a choice. Yeah. He had me worried there. I mean, 3 slices is just, no matter what I did, I could never get my own command off.
Well done, mate. Alright, round 2. Engineering Captain Courtney is my second round opponent. So that's his fleet there. He has a bit of one. I chose to go first, obviously. And I'm going to take Advanced Gunnery again. Yeah. Good luck, mate. Thanks. This is deployment after... deployment before turn 1. Okay, this is what it looks like at the start of turn 2. This guy has Advanced Gunnery, and so does his Salvation. Okay, this is the start of turn 2. So the Liberty managed to blow away the 2 of the Corvettes. I'm so sorry, Courtney. I'm so sorry. So that's the end of the game. This is what the board state looks like. Courtney's killed 2 of my transports and all my Z95s. And I've managed to take down 2 Corvettes and his lifeboat. Good game, Courtney. Okay, so the score was 158 to 79, so that's like perfect double. So that's a 7 my way, 4 for him. Good game, man. Alright, so I guess it was lucky that there was Advanced Gunnery available on the board. I managed to jump the Liberty forward, and then there was like 2 tasty Corvettes on turn 2, so they just got wiped out. Yeah,
That was what it was about.
And I didn't have a chance to kill this thing because my MC30 didn't roll any APTs that counted. So unfortunate there. Yeah, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I think I need to change out Advanced Gunnery because there's too many, especially Rebels, any MC80s on the board. If they haven't already got gunnery teams like Liberty, they're going to take it. Okay. It's like pretty hard to crack it if they don't not set up for it.
Nice. Alright, man, good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, 1 game to go. Somebody else needs to score hard.
So a quick shout out for Courtney's Mel's Miniatures ships. Look at these things, they're beautiful. The way you painted them. Hopefully you'll do a tutorial soon. So this is the high definition black one, I believe. Look at that, Debilon B2. The one that refused to die in our game. Unfortunately though, these 2 did die after turn 2. Look at this. As we're showcasing that, there's an assault frigate Mark II that just comes out of nowhere, out of hyperspace. Look at this thing, it's beautiful. This is by Mr. Tanner. Because after the Mark 1 came out of hyperspace, there's a station here. All the Mel stuff is coming out. Look at that. Okay, so this is the break between round 2 and 3. I'm currently on 11 points. Leading it is 15 points for Nick and Damien on 14 points. There's still another 2 more tables playing. So yeah, it's pretty interesting how things will turn out. I predict that those tables would finish off with players finishing with 12, 13 points. Made a couple of mistakes this round. Yeah, it's an interesting fleet to fly, I gotta say. Not as competitive as I thought it would be, but yeah, we'll see how round 3 takes out. The only way I can take this Store Champs out is if I submarine it, absolutely get 10 points, so that puts me on 21, and hope that the next 2 tables that so what the leaders, Nick and Damo, so I need Nick to get less than 6, something like that. All right, let's see how things go. Round opponent, that's his fleet, that's him there, Mr. Tanner.
Indeed.
All right, what's your bid?
My bid is 8 points.
8 points, mine is 12. I will choose to go first.
Oh, you horrible human being. Very well. Here are my objectives.
Oh, what have we got here? Advanced Gunnery! Let's take that again.
Sounds fair.
Oh, he's got an MC80 though.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to go on that.
Okay, good luck, mate.
You too.
Deployment looks like I choose this ship to be my advanced gunnery ship. I'm guessing that's going on the MC80. Yeah.
It is, yes.
Okay, good luck, my friend.
You too.
Okay, this is the board state at the beginning of turn 2. Let's see what happens. Okay, this is the beginning of turn 3. I have some choices here, but I think I'm going to lose one of my valuable ships. So,
I would like you to.
Yeah. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, this is the end of turn 6. All my shit is dead. I've got 3 transports left, and that's what he's got left. Ugh.
What is this madness?
So it was all over by turn 5. I lost all my combat ships to this crazy tank of a beast of advanced gunnery in Akbar. But the score was 379 his way to 102, so that's a 9-2. Congratulations, sir. That was a fun game.
That was a very fun game.
Yeah, and it gets really awkward, and all you have left is flotillas, so yeah.
Yes, that does make it a bit of an anticlimax.
Yeah. So thanks for the fun game, man, and let's see how the results are.
Excellent.
So, Nick, have you already won a Scott Championship?
Alright, Nick, look this way.
No, because we're the first of the season, apparently.
First place goes to Nick.
Okay, congratulations, mate.
Well done, Nick. There's still more. That's number 1.
I've tapped 2, but I'm holding the camera.
And everything.
Doesn't he get a whole bunch of other stuff?
He does.
Yes.
And one also gets that.
What is that?
It's objective. I read that, but they're lying. So that's the most wanted you can see. And if you get some of them, also get one of them.
Oh, look, it's different colour.
Also, it's pretty sweet actually. Same as the acrylic tokens.
Got a Dodonna.
That's number 2. That's another one. Top 4. And I'm gonna give everyone. Still going with Nick's.
Yay, go Nick.
Which one's that?
No, I didn't get enough stuff.
Oh, it's the GR71. Alright. Seconds on 20 points was Adam.
Well done, Adam.
Woohoo, Adam! I totally asked it. I have a ruler!
Nice.
Sick.
Okay.
Thank you.
On 13 points, on 13 points. Coming third with 17 points, I should say. Apologies for the complete bit of stuff up there. Was Damien.
Damien, well done.
Got everything I wanted. A range ruler and a pack of tokens.
Excellent. And you can have some GR75s.
Sweet, I'll get like 20 of them and I'll get nerfed.
Fourth place with a very narrow goes to Courtney.
Courtney, well done.
Thank you.
Yeah. On 15 points. Yeah, there's a lot of grouping up now around here. On 15 points, with coming in 5th was Sean.
Woo, go Sean.
The only man who beat me today.
We can all beat you later.
So shout out to Sean. He was actually on the final table against Nick, and he got tabled. So that's why he got pushed out of the top 4.
Why did I know it was coming?
Because I was over here.
Ah, right. Yeah, the only surprise was it didn't come from you, Phil. Alright.
It did.
6th place on 14 was me.
Woo, Andrew.
Thank you. 7th place on 11 was Master Iro Ken.
Woo, that's me.
Yes, it is.
I'll grab it later.
The camera around your face, Ken.
Yay!
7th out of 8 people.
Out of 100.
And lucky last was Dan.
Ah, poor Dan. Where's Dan? Oop.
That's Dan.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
No, thank you. It was great. Wow, what a day that was. Okay. Look, I had heaps of fun, but I came 7th out of 8. I thought I'd do a lot better, with that fleet, especially with the big hype with the high activation counts and flotillas being overpowered. But anyway, so let's I'm digressing. Let's go over my rounds. Okay, so the first round was against Dan. He was flying an ISD and a Gladiator 1, Demolisher obviously, with a whole bunch of scatter heroes. So I was like, dude, I've got this in the bag. I out-activated him by 4. He had a bit of 10, so I was lucky there that my bit of 12 was enough, so I wanted first player. He had advanced gunnery. Okay, so I was like, yeah, totally, I'm going to pick that. And I had 3 flotillas with slicer tools, so I'm just going to slice that ISD before we can get squadron command off, and I'll hunt down the Gladiator, and maybe I'll have a chance against the ISD. So that was the initial plan. After deployment, Dan ran the Gladiator off towards the side and the ISD down the other way. So it was kind of like trying to get around my fleet in a weird pincer maneuver way. And that put me in a weird spot because I was playing slightly cautious. I wanted him to come towards me so I can get that, get a long range shot off before I drive in close and then fire. But basically, the Liberty, there was an opportunity where I could get the Liberty in close. And because it was advanced gunnery, I could shoot the rear and the side of Demolisher. So it was guaranteed I was going to kill it. But the problem was, I saw Dan was setting a bit of a trap here because he knew I wanted to chase down his Gladiator. So basically, no matter where I worked it out, no matter where I moved after killing the Gladiator, Dan was going to have a double shot from the front arc of his ISD at medium range, probably in the side of my Liberty. And there's Avenger too, and so chances are he will, the first shot I'll manage to brace it, but the second one I'll guarantee not to because of Avenger and because he'll probably roll accuracy. So I didn't want that to happen. So because the Gladiator was going far off the side of the board, I knew, okay, it's not going to be effective, so I'll probably have to gun for the ISD. So that's what I did. So I kept slicing it so I couldn't do a squadron command. And I got my Liberty in a position where I could shoot the ISD twice. Here's where things went a bit zany. So it was an ISD 1 for starters. So my first shot into the front, I had three accuracies naturally. I was like, oh, this is great. And I managed to push through a lot of damage. The second shot went through the side. Again, got 3 accuracies after using sensor teams, so he couldn't brace or redirect. And basically, after everything, I managed to put 11 hull damage on the ISD. Now, after that was it. I'm already going at speed 3, concentrated fire. If I stayed there, my Liberty would be dead. So I had the GTFO pretty much. So that's what I did. And I thought, okay, my MC30 should be able to finish off this ISD. It's only got one firing opportunity once the ISD moves into it. And I had a double arc, front and side. And when it was my turn to roll, it got nothing off. No APTs. The front did 2 damage and the side did 3. No APTs on either side. And that's how insanely frustrating it was. Now, I couldn't stay there, so I had to get out as well, and that was it. From there, at this point he's already killed 2 of my flotillas off because of it's advanced gunnery. He's got Avenger, so the first shot would make me scatter, and then the second shot would just finish me off because I can't scatter now. So, but I thought it would all be worth it because the ISD was going to die. Then I had another golden opportunity where the ISD was going to fly off the board because I kept slicing it so it couldn't nav, and it was going at speed 3. Now, what Dan did was really genius of him, but really pissed me off at the time because he put his Gladiator in front of the ISD and just let it ram it twice. And so at the end of the game, it didn't fly off the board. The Gladiator didn't die. The ISD didn't die, even though it pushed 11 hold onto it, and then 2 more damage from ramming itself to keep itself on the board. So it was on 13. It was a Modi ISD too, so it lived. And that was the frustrating part. So he won purely by killing all my Z95s and 3 of my flotillas. Great. So it was a fun game. It was a fun game, but oh man, I was heartbroken, and I was just like, oh, 6 activations versus 2, and I couldn't do it. And I blame that down to my, I don't know, probably the way I was flying it. I was flying too cautiously. But at the end of the day, I had 2 combat ships, and so did he. And you know, we just slipped through each other, and yeah, I just couldn't do anything about that. Okay, my second round was against Courtney, and so he was flying a Liberty, 2 Corvettes, and Salvation, and a flotilla with Garm, and he had a whole bunch of Z95s and X-wings. So I think it worked out that we had the same amount of deployments, and so I stuck to my plan. I kept the Liberty last, and he placed 2 of the Corvettes together, so he traded them away. I'm like, oh, that's where I want my Liberty. Oh, sorry, first off, he had advanced gunnery, so I chose that as well. So yeah, advanced gunnery. And both Corvettes were going at speed 3 and speed 2, I believe. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to place that Liberty last, and then I'm going to jump in with engine techs and then shoot at long range. It'll be great. So that's exactly what happened on turn 1, and then so I maneuvered in such a way that the Liberty had medium on the front Corvette and then long on the next one, and I rolled God tier. Honestly, I feel I'm like, Courtney, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry, but it was the plan the whole time. So on the first shot, I managed to pull off 3 accuracies again, and exactly 6 damage. So Corvette gone. The next one, 3 accuracies again and 6 damage. So that's two Corvettes gone. And it was yeah. And after that, I got the Liberty moving so that I could line up against his Salvation. His Salvation was the advanced gunnery ship. Now, at the end of turn 2, I maneuvered my MC-30 to get a double arc onto Salvation. So like, yeah, I'm going to finish that ship off and then GTFO out, because there's no other small ships left except for the lifeboat that Garm was on, but the Liberty was going to chase that down. Now, when I activated first with the MC-30, no APTs went off. Well, I lie. No, I managed to get 1 APT off, but that's all the damage I got onto it. So the roll was ridiculous. It was, I believe it was 2 damage with APTs, and all he did was brace that. Yeah, brace. Yeah, I'll take APTs or something lame like shield failure or something like that. And yeah, that was the end of that. And the other shot did 2 damage as well, and he braced that. So it was, yeah. So in total, it did 2 damage overall plus APTs. Great. So then I had to fly that out of the way because his Liberty was aimed at killing my MC-30. So yeah, it wasn't didn't do anything great there. And then the rest of the game was me chasing down his lifeboat with my MC-80 Liberty. Now the funny thing is, so we all saw the plan I had, where if at long range I should be able to kill a flotilla. And this is where I used up all my luck killing those CR90s, because in the next I had 2 firing opportunities on his lifeboat, and at both times, yeah, I did get the 2 accuracies that I needed, but only push through 1 or 2 damage. And this is where the funny thing happened. I managed at the end on turn 6, I pushed through 1 damage onto the hull. And this is the only time I found, thank goodness I had Maydeen. So I could, with using the navigate command, using Maydeen's ability on top of that, and then using Maydeen's ability again with the nav token, like there was just like 2 clicks at 1, 2 clicks at 2, 1 click at 3, and then that managed to get a ram onto his flotilla that was drifting off into space. And then because I've used the ability, I've got engine tech, so I rammed it again, and that's gone. And I was like, wow, if that was the one scenario where I needed Maydeen to be there, and it worked. There's no other scenario where like I could have done that without Maydeen. And I was measuring. We were there for a good 5 minutes trying to measure like what news can I do here? And they're like, oh yeah, I can use the token for Medine. And yeah, it was insane. So that was a victory for me, 7-4. And then the next game was against Andrew Tanner. Now, I had heaps of fun against his Akbar list. Because when I saw it, I was like, wow, I used to fly that in Wave 2. It was awesome. But I've never been on the receiving end of it. And, man, that day, I was on the receiving end of that. So, I went for the Corvettes. I tried to ignore the MC80, but he flew it. He flew it so that he had the Akbar slash. And he slashed my 30 and my 80. I killed one of his Corvettes, killed the GR75, but they were pretty much just shepherding the MC80, which pretty much punched through, sorry, he had advanced gunnery as well, so I chose that. Yeah, so 3 times I had advanced gunnery, which is like insane. And I got smashed. I just got smashed outright. All my combat ships died. And all I had left was flotillas. And you can't win a game with just flotillas, right? So that was a very, very good game. It was just my MC30 was copying side arc Akbar from CR90s like 3 times every turn. I managed to burn through Lando. I burned through all my defense tokens with ammunition. And it just wasn't enough. The sad thing with that battle is because my plan is I need to kill small ships. That's the only way. This whole fleet was designed against MSU fleets, and each round I had to face a large ship. And when I took on the large ship, I lost. So with the ISD against Dan, and then with the MC80 battle cruiser, assault cruiser with Andrew Tanner. In Courtney's game, I didn't engage the Liberty. I just flew off. I was just hunting small ships. So that, and then I won that game. Now, this is where my bad luck comes in. There was 2 MSU fleets there. I believe Damo was running an MSU fleet, and so was Adam. They came 2nd and 3rd. Oh, and Nick came first with his triple Guppy Akbar fleet. So congratulations, Nick. Well done. Good. I never had to verse him, which is great. But yeah, I never got to go up against the MSU fleets that I was geared towards, and I had to face all the large ship fleets, which was a detriment against me. At the same time, those Dan, Courtney, and Andrew, they flew fantastically. Courtney came 4th, I believe, and it was a fun day overall. And so, I'm normally a big person on high activation fleets. I normally roll 6 activations. You would have seen my other fleets where it's a Liberty, 3 Corvettes, and then 2 transports of slicers and 4 squadrons maybe. But I also believe that you need quality activations. I mean, yeah, it was great that I could use my flotillas to pad out my activations, but when I only have 2 ships I could punch and have no squadrons, it was just hard. I mean, because my Liberty can't stay in the fight long. It normally has to get its shots off and fly off. Same thing with the MC30, hence the term glass cannon. My MC30, very disappointing all day. I don't have too much of a problem with red dice, but when black dice fail you, because besides Demolisher, any other black dice ship, it really they're all glass cannons, right? So they have limited firing opportunities. So generally you worked the whole game to get to a point where you can get your black dice off. And when you don't roll the APTs that you need to roll, and then that's it. You either lose the ship or you fly off and there's nothing else you can do, because once you fly off you can't turn back, right? Now, I know Luke's written an article about it's not your dice, it's about everything else. But, man, there are times where I've gone, that ship should be dead, but it's not. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing me bumble my way through the store champs at Penrith. Congratulations to Nick Ward, Grand Moth Nick Ward, for winning the event. And yeah, we'll see how we go in the next store champs. All right, guys, this is Veteran Captain Ken signing out.